Practice 15 Stoic habits for controlling your mind every day. Stoicism. Every day, chaos tries to pull you in. The Stoics teach that tranquility comes from within and is entirely in your control. As Epictetus wisely said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Imagine this. You're at work, the deadline is looming, and your colleague, frustrated by their own pressures, snaps at you. Your instant reaction might be anger or defensiveness, eroding your calm. Now pause for a moment. When was the last time a fleeting comment or situation derailed your day? As you sit in that stressful moment, take a deep breath. Feel the weight of your shoulders start to lift. You have the power to decide how to respond. Instead of reacting with irritation, remind yourself that their frustration is theirs, not yours. Reflect on this. What if you viewed their outburst as a chance to practice understanding? Will that shift allow you to remain steady? In the storm, the Stoics remind us that we can't control others, but can master our own minds. Picture this in your day-to-day life. How often do you let external circumstances dictate your emotions? Embracing this principle can transform your interactions. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, you harness clarity. By acknowledging that everything outside of you is beyond your direct control, you find a new perspective. You observe the situation rather than being consumed by it. Consider how you can apply this principle today. Are there situations at home or work where you often react impulsively? Take a moment to jot them down. How can you approach them differently? Can you see these challenges as opportunities to practice self-control and stoicism? As you reflect on your day, set an intention to pause before responding in conflict. Give yourself that one heartbeat to gather your thoughts, to decide how to act with wisdom. This simple practice could very well train your mind to be resilient. Now, here's your challenge. In the next 24 hours, think of a moment where you feel your emotions rising in response to someone or something. How can you choose your reaction instead of letting it choose you? Just consider this. How would your day change if you practice this habit regularly? This is just the beginning of exploring. Stoic habits. Moments of patience and reflection can lead you on a profound journey. Hey, before you put this Stoic teaching into practice, I need to give you a heads up. Many subscribers have reported that YouTube unsubscribed them without warning. Check the red button below to make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. I don't want you to miss any Stoic lesson coming up. And while you're here, smash that powerful like. It helps me a lot with the algorithm. Tell me in the comments, which city are you watching from? I love getting to know every amazing person who's part of this community. Your participation makes all the difference. Let's interact. Your journey into Stoicism continues, and it's time to delve deeper into the power of perception. Remember that moment when tensions rose and your heart raced? That's a signal, a prompt to pause and reflect. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. Cars are honking, and time is slipping away. Frustration builds. But wait, what if this moment is not an obstacle, but a chance? What if you use this stillness to cultivate calm? A Stoic approach invites you to see this as what is in my control. In this situation, the chaos of the outside world is beyond your influence. You can't change the traffic, but you can decide how you respond. Reduce your grip on the steering wheel. Take a breath. Feel the tension ease in your shoulders. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality, as Seneca reminds us. Now, envision the world from this perspective. Every stressful situation holds a lesson. Whether it's a tense meeting, a challenging conversation, or even a simple delay, every encounter is an opportunity to practice self-mastery. As you navigate your daily life, consider the emotional weight you carry. How often do you let events shape your mood? What if you flipped the script? Instead of reacting to stress, you could respond with understanding. Feel how your heartbeat slows as this thought settles in. Pause for a moment. Think of a situation that makes you tense. Perhaps a colleague repeatedly interrupts you. Instead of feeling dismissed, can you see this as a chance to practice patience? To respond calmly, rather than impulsively? With each situation like this, you find a sliver of choice. That's where your power lies. You can pause, breathe, and redirect your thoughts. Imagine gathering your scattered emotions and weaving them into a tapestry of control. The world may seem chaotic, but your inner landscape can remain steady. Now, let's dig into a common obstacle, your ego. The need to be right, to defend your honor, can be a heavy load. When someone challenges your viewpoint, does your heart quicken? Notice that feeling. Recognize it without judgment. You're not your initial reaction. You're the space between stimulus and response. In that space, you can choose. Can you allow others to have their opinions without feeling threatened? How can releasing that burden of needing to be right lighten your day? It might be challenging, yet this is where true freedom lies. As you close this chapter of reflection, ask yourself, what if I embraced each day with this mindset? Consider tomorrow. What small act could shift your reactions? Embrace the practice of Stoicism. Each moment you cultivate awareness is a step on a rewarding path. Reflect on the journey ahead. What will you choose to carry with you into your next encounter? As you step into this new chapter of your Stoic journey, let's explore the idea of acceptance. Life is unpredictable, like walking into a room filled with surprise balloons. Some are bright and cheerful, while others might pop unexpectedly, causing a scare. This unpredictability is part of being human. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It's about understanding that some things are simply out of our control. Think about events that catch you off guard. A canceled meeting, a friend in a bad mood, or plans that fall through. Each of these moments gives us a choice. We can become frustrated, or we can choose to accept and adapt. Imagine you wake up late. You rush to get ready. As you step outside, rain begins to pour. Your plans for a stroll or picnic now seem impossible. But what if you viewed this rain as an opportunity? Instead of fuming, allow yourself to appreciate the sound of rain on the leaves. Perhaps it's a moment to grab a warm drink, cozy up inside, and read a book. Acceptance helps you shift your perspective. Remember, it's not just about what happens, but what you make of it. When you face a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I turn this into a positive experience? Consider a time when things didn't go your way. How did you feel? Did you spend time worrying about what you couldn't change? That's normal. But when you decide to accept the situation, your mental clarity increases. It opens the door to finding solutions and moving forward. Now let's talk about gratitude. It's easy to forget the good amidst chaos, but taking a moment each day to recognize what you're grateful for can reshape your outlook. It could be the support of a friend, a delicious meal, or even a quiet moment to breathe. Reflect on 3 things you appreciate today. They can be small or big. Feel that warmth spread in your heart. As you move through your day, remind yourself that both good and bad experiences contribute to your growth. They shape who you are. Instead of resisting the flow of life, embrace it. Picture yourself as a leaf in a stream, floating along with the current. You might encounter rocks and bends, but you'll always find your way. Next time you're caught in a disagreement or a frustrating situation, apply this principle of acceptance. Rather than reacting with tension, try acknowledging your feelings first. Give yourself permission to feel annoyed, but then gently guide your thoughts to acceptance. You might be surprised by how freeing this can feel. Life doesn't have to be perfect for you to be happy. Embracing the imperfect moments can lead to unexpected joy. Now, let's set an intention. Take a moment to think about your day ahead. How will you practice acceptance today? What small moments can you embrace with a different perspective? As we finish this chapter, remember, acceptance is not weakness, it's strength. It allows you to live more fully and appreciatively. Look forward to the challenges of tomorrow as chances to learn and grow. The journey continues. Keep your heart open as we explore the next step together. Your growth in Stoicism is just beginning. As we dive deeper into our Stoic journey, let's explore the idea of mindfulness. This practice can transform how you experience life. It's about being present in every moment, fully aware of your thoughts and feelings. Think of mindfulness as the art of noticing. Picture this. You're enjoying a cup of coffee. The aroma is rich. The warmth spreads through your hands. But how often do you rush through that moment, distracted by your phone or thoughts about the day ahead? Mindfulness encourages you to slow down, take a sip, and really taste it. Let the flavors fill your senses. This small act can bring you back to the present. In our hectic lives, we can forget to pause. Mindfulness reminds us to take a step back, to breathe. Just focus on your breath for a moment. Inhale deeply. Hold it for a second. Now, exhale slowly. Feel the release of tension. This simple act is a powerful tool you can use throughout your day. Now, let's consider how mindfulness can apply when facing challenges. Imagine you're in a heated discussion with a friend. Emotions rise, and it's easy to get swept away in frustration. But if you practice mindfulness, you can anchor yourself. Notice your heart rate. Acknowledge your feelings without judgment. You might say to yourself, "I feel upset right now," and that's okay. This awareness creates a space between what happens and how you respond. Let's think about technology too. Our devices constantly pull us away from the moment. Notifications ping, and we grab our phones involuntarily. Instead, try setting aside time each day to disconnect. Use that time to reflect. Go for a walk, sit in silence, or even just savor a meal without distractions. You'll likely find that these moments bring clarity and calm. Consider incorporating mindfulness into your daily routine. Start with just 5 minutes each day. Find a quiet spot. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. If your mind wanders, which it will, gently guide it back. This practice trains your mind to stay present, even amidst chaos. As you move through your day, notice small moments where you can be more mindful. Maybe it's during a conversation. Listen actively without planning your response while the other person is talking. Or when you're eating, really appreciate the textures and flavors. These tiny shifts can enhance your overall well-being. Reflect on how you usually approach your goals. Do you become fixated on the end result, losing sight of the journey? Mindfulness invites you to appreciate each step, each effort. Celebrate small victories along the way. Acknowledge your progress, no matter how small. Think of a goal you're currently pursuing. How can you bring mindfulness into that process? Perhaps you can set a time for focused work. Then, step back and reflect on what you've accomplished. This balance keeps you engaged without feeling overwhelmed. As we conclude this chapter, let's set an intention to practice mindfulness. Each day offers countless moments to embrace the now. Remember, life is not just made up of big events. Often, it's the little moments that shape our experiences. Look forward to tomorrow with an open heart. Embrace your journey and be mindful of the gifts each day brings. The adventure continues. Let's keep exploring together. As we continue this journey into Stoicism, let's focus on the concept of resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from difficulties. It's like a rubber band. When you stretch it, it may feel uncomfortable, but it can return to its original shape. This is exactly what we want to achieve in our lives. Imagine facing a setback at work. Maybe a project didn't go as planned, or you didn't get that promotion you wanted. It's easy to feel disheartened. But what if, instead of dwelling on disappointment, you saw it as a chance to learn? This is where your resilience can shine. Think about a time when life threw you a curveball. How did you react? Did you feel overwhelmed, or did you look for ways to move forward? The Stoics teach us that every challenge carries a lesson. Reflect on your experiences. Each obstacle can build your strength. Picture yourself standing at the edge of a river. The water flows rapidly around obstacles. Rocks, fallen branches, but it finds its way. Like that river, you too can navigate life's challenges. Instead of getting stuck, think about how you can redirect your energy. Resilience also involves accepting what has happened and choosing how to move on. Remember the rain we talked about? If you get caught in it, you can choose to feel miserable, or you can accept it and make the best of the situation. You might find joy in splashing through puddles or dancing in the rain. One key to building resilience is self-compassion. Be kind to yourself when you stumble. Instead of criticizing your every move, treat yourself as you would a friend. Would you tell a friend they're a failure after a mistake? Likely not. So why do it to yourself? Let's practice this right now. Think about a recent mistake. What did you learn from it? How can you be kinder to yourself about it? Acknowledge your emotions, and then gently remind yourself that it's okay to fall short sometimes. Resilience also means cultivating a supportive network. Surround yourself with people who uplift you. Friends who encourage you help bolster your strength. Think of someone who inspires you. Reach out to them. Share your thoughts. Let them help you see your resilience. Now let's talk about reframing. This is a powerful tool in resilience. When faced with a challenge, instead of saying, "Why does this always happen to me?" reframe it to, "What can I learn from this?" This shift helps you focus on solutions rather than problems. Try to practice this next time you face a difficulty. Notice how your perspective transforms. Each challenge becomes an opportunity for growth. As we wrap up this chapter, let's set an intention. Think about one area in your life where you want to become more resilient. Write it down. What steps can you take? It could be as simple as practicing gratitude each day or reaching out to someone for support. Remember, resilience is not about avoiding difficulties. It's about how you respond to them. Each step you take strengthens you for tomorrow's challenges. Embrace your journey with an open heart. Let's continue to explore the many facets of Stoicism together. The next chapter awaits. As the sun began to set, casting golden hues across the horizon, a feeling of calm settled over the city. In the heart of it, Jake sat at his desk, reflecting on the past few weeks. He had embraced the Stoic teachings, consciously incorporating them into his daily routine. Each lesson had nudged him toward a more mindful existence. Just yesterday, he had faced a moment of chaos at work. A colleague had lashed out, and instead of reacting with frustration, Jake took a breath. He remembered the teachings of Epictetus and chose understanding over anger. The encounter surprised him. Not only did he diffuse the situation, but he also felt a renewed sense of control over his responses. That night, while sipping a freshly brewed cup of coffee, he practiced mindfulness, really savoring the rich flavors and the warmth in his hands. Each moment became vivid as he let go of distractions. It dawned on him how often he rushed through life, missing the beauty in ordinary moments. Meanwhile, Sarah, his friend, was in her own process of growth. Inspired by Jake's journey, she began to see acceptance as a source of strength. After a particularly challenging week, where everything felt off-kilter, she stopped to appreciate the rain when it poured unexpectedly on her day off. Instead of feeling disheartened, she danced around her living room, embracing the cozy solitude and the chance to simply be. Their paths converged when they met for coffee the following week. Over steaming mugs, they shared their recent struggles and breakthroughs. Jake spoke about resilience, how he had reframed setbacks into opportunities for growth. Sarah nodded knowingly, recounting how she learned to soften her inner critic. "It's like we're shaping our own realities, huh?" she said with a smile. As they sat together, laughter filled the air. Their conversation deepened through discussions about gratitude and self-compassion. It was refreshing. They realized they were not alone in their journeys. Each story of struggle and triumph was a stepping stone on their paths. The next morning, as Jake prepared for a presentation at work, he felt a flutter of nerves. But instead of letting anxiety take hold, he remembered his practices. He took a moment to breathe, centering himself, focusing on the task at hand rather than the outcome. Stepping up to the podium, he felt the familiar thrill of vulnerability. Yet this time, it was mixed with a strong sense of self-assurance. The words flowed naturally as he engaged with his colleagues, inviting questions and fostering discussion. When the meeting concluded, he felt a surge of relief, not because he sought approval, but because he remained true to himself amid uncertainty. Sarah, on the other hand, faced her own challenge that same day. A discussion with her supervisor felt tense and confrontational. Instead of retreating into defensiveness, she chose to listen first. In that space before responding, she felt the power to transform frustration into constructive dialogue. "I appreciate your perspective," she added thoughtfully, surprising both herself and her boss with her composed response. As the day wound down, Jake and Sarah met in the park, the vibrant sunset painting the sky. They reflected on their shared experiences and how Stoicism had shifted their outlook on life. "We've come so far," Jake said, smiling broadly. "I used to think every bump meant I was failing, and I thought accepting things meant giving up," Sarah added. "But it's so liberating. We control how we react, and that's everything." As dusk enveloped them, they made a pact to continue their journeys together, supporting one another in practicing these Stoic principles. They understood that life would always bring unexpected challenges, but now they had the tools to navigate through them with resilience. This was just the beginning of a lifelong exploration. And so, with renewed spirits, they stepped into the night, knowing the journey of growth never truly ends. Do you want to keep advancing on the path to serenity? Subscribe now to the channel to receive the next Stoic reflections firsthand. Click like if this content helped you grow. In the comments, share the biggest insight you took away. Your experience may inspire other seekers. And don't hoard wisdom. Send this video to at least 3 friends who need inner balance.